HonestReporting.com.ca, whatever. Or rather, I should call it dishonest reporting. Dishonest. Because they don't do what journalists usually do. No. They're Zionist media. Or a Zionist organization. And while I don't make too many videos on that, much less other cults, because, you know, things have wound down, I do, when it becomes a problem, make videos about organizations that are dangerous. Especially this one. It is very dishonest. They attack people who criticize Israel. You know, the Zionist Israel. Not the country that plenty who are opposing the war on Palestine and Iran and others. You know, US-backed war. But let's not focus on that. This is mainly about honest or dishonest reporting. And the fact that they like to dox, harass, slander, and defame journalists or anyone who criticizes Israel, not the people who live there, the government, who criticize the government and the atrocities that they are committing against Palestinians, you know, in Palestine and Gaza, you know, and other places. And it becomes a big problem with that, because they just don't like anyone criticizing them. They cannot take constructive criticism or criticism of any kind. It almost makes you think, are they literally run by a cult? Well, I know for a fact that Zionism is a cult. It truly is a cult. Very easily. Very simple. You can look it up, you can compare it. There are people that have moved on from that. I'm sure there's information about ex-Zionists. Yes, there probably is very much. And just to be clear, not all Zionists, not all Jewish people are Zionists. And not all Zionist people are Jewish. There's Christian Zionists, but that's a whole other fucking shithole to talk about. Yeah, shithole topic, whatever. It's still a cult. And it doesn't reflect every single Jewish person out there. And, you know, I don't criticize or attack people who are Jewish. It's anti-Semitic and it's stupid. Well, yes, I can criticize people. But I don't criticize them based on, you know, the obvious. So, yeah. Dishonest reporting. Attacking, harassing journalists, specifically those who speak Arabic or those that aren't from Israel. They try and figure out where they actually live, where they work, and they try and get them fired. They try and dox them. They try and fabricate evidence to try and get them fired. They try and defame and slander them. 2 different definitions there. I recommend reading that up. And it's despicable. It is utterly despicable what they do. And that needs to stop. It really needs to stop. They are no watchdog. They're a harassment pool. They don't like journalists who aren't pro-Israel. So, I don't know how many have spoken out about this, but I'm probably not the only one who's done it. Not the first. And certainly won't be the last. Yeah. Dishonest reporting is not what anyone needs. We need real honest reporting with no bias, and their bias is pretty fucking obvious. And their bias needs to be slapped down. You know, down the hole, down the drain, flushed away. In fact, if they lost their charitable status, things would be a lot better. Think about it. Think about it really hard. If they lost their charitable status, I'd like that. Everybody would like that. Because dangerous organizations posing as charities should not have charitable status. And I can think of quite a few that already lost their charitable status already because of the same thing they're pulling off. And there's probably plenty more where that came from. But that's not the focus of this video. It's the fact that this shitty organization has roots in Canada and in the States. and is doing that. It's not just, actually, no, they're not just attacking journalists, they're attacking everybody. Everybody! I've been attacked. Well, harassed at least, not attacked, when attending one of many numerous protests. And they're asking me where I worked, why was I here, and am I being paid to be here? Or you must be paid to be here, or somewhat around that. And I always answer with no. One of them asked why I was recording. I don't know who it was, and I don't give a fuck. I simply told them, ask everybody else why they're recording. And, you know, they don't know what to say, and they usually back off. And that's a good thing, because they can't be demanding why anyone's recording at a large demonstration, or even a small one, but mainly very big ones. Okay, well, there's probably plenty more information you could find about this organization, and hopefully they do lose their charitable status, because they are doing a terrible job at it. And all of the harassment they are doing on everybody needs to be put to a stop. You know, it's criminal harassment. They're in breach of the criminal code, be it in the States or Canada or anywhere else. Yeah, criminal harassment, defamation, slander. You know, that can cause damages. That has legal ramifications. And, you know, lawsuits, prison time, oh yes. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the matter. And fuck honest reporting. I'm honest here. I'm not lying. This information is widely available. Wikipedia has this documented. You can even look it up online using a non-algorithmic search engine. And you should be able to find a lot more information about how bad they're doing and what they're doing to people who criticize Israel. Because, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu, if I pronounce that correctly, he is a blasted jerk. And if they had an election, he would probably lose. Yeah, and if he ever visits the States or Canada, he'd be arrested and charged for war crimes. Because, you know, I'd love to say this, and I have to say it, free Palestine, and wherever else that jerk has actually attacked. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I don't often post videos, but when I do, you know what's going to happen. Cheers. Have a pleasant evening, day, morning, or night.